What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Breaking news. League owner Big Slap. For those of y'all who don't know who Big Slap is, that's Lil Slap father. Lil Slap father, Big Slap, have been exposed on rape charges that he took a plea that he pleaded guilty on, actually. That he pleaded guilty on by another brother. You know that one brother who was giving us information about Surf before Surf even got in, before Surf even got arrested, and he was talking about some of the things that were going on in the Surf case. And I think he out there from there. He was actually putting some things out, you know what I'm saying, about Surf that we didn't even know about. And come to find out, he ended up putting some things out there, basically revealing Big Slap's past of raping somebody. Okay, so the charge was forcibly rape. He was charged with forcible rape. I believe it was in 1990. He said he was 19 years old at that time. And it wasn't, he want people to know it wasn't statutory rape, but it was forcible rape. I don't know what the hell he meant by that, but like, what's the difference, you know? However, according to him, his public defender wasn't representing him properly or wasn't defending him right. So therefore, when they came, see, this don't make no sense right here. He said his public defender wasn't defending him right. How wasn't he defending you right if you took a plea? You didn't even go to trial. So how wasn't he defending you right when it never went to trial? How wasn't he representing you correctly when it never went to trial? According to him, he took a plea for one of the smallest deals they can give him that he felt was okay. So he took a plea, which meant he pleaded guilty to the charges. Okay, brother, so that right there throw everything out of the window. If you didn't rape anybody, I don't care what they offer you. If you know you didn't do it and you innocent of what happened, I'm not saying I did anything. Not only that, see, here's the thing. Okay, man, here's the thing, man. I'm sorry. I just can't do that. If I know I ain't raped nobody, I'm not pleading guilty to nothing. Don't even ask me for a plea. We going to court. You either gonna drop these charges and let me go, or we going to trial. And let me tell you something. And if I'm innocent, I'm not going to jury trial. You know what trial I'm going to if I'm innocent? I'm taking a bench trial. I want a lot of people to understand that. If you innocent of a case, take your chances on taking a bench trial with other judges on the panel who understand legal documentation work and understanding the right procedures that take place. If you innocent, I take my chances with a bench than a jury trial. I'm just keeping it real. He didn't even go to trial. He took a plea deal, admitting his guilt. That's what the plea means. You're going to admit you did what you did. So let's say she was lying. But if you took a plea deal, she not lying. She not lying. Because you're admitting you did do it, and it's documented and it's in the transcripts. So you're going to plead guilty to forcible rape. Did you do this to such and such on this date and time? Yes, I did. That's what that's what you're admitting to when you take a plea. Crazy thing about taking a plea not guaranteed. So you're trusting that you're going to get what was offered. The judge don't have to agree with what you are offered. And it's going to tell you that in the plea. Was any deals offered to you? And you have to say no. No deals wasn't offered to me. Anybody forcing you to say this? No, nobody ain't forcing me to do this. So you didn't work out no agreement, no arrangement, nobody forcing you to say this. This is on your own recognizance. Yes, it is. All right. Do you plead guilty of this charge against such saying that you forcibly raped such and such? Yes, sir, Your Honor, I did. Let the record show that he's saying this on his own, that he did this to such and such on this date and time, according to the charges. State, what do you recommend? Well, we recommend such and such, such and such, such and such. Okay, well, what do your lawyers know? What do they recommend? Then the judge say what he say. Well, I took into consideration both arguments. He pleaded guilty to such and such, or raping such and such. This is a terrible crime against women and such, to take women against their will, such and such, such and such. So he pleaded guilty and he went to prison behind these actions. He went to prison behind these actions in the 90s. Okay, so what is the battle rap community doing? There tend to be a lot of guys raping women in this culture. Raping and taking and forcing, and a lot of charges being brought up on guys in these situations. So what's going on here? And what did this say about Lil Slap? A lot, because you just ended his career. According to his father, he said he know his son is disappointed, but more so his son is disappointed in the ones who trying to call him out on what he did, seeing that they used to be cool with him. However, I think it need to be known. That's the reason why they have sex offenders register as sex offenders publicly, so everybody can know. And hey, rightfully so. I believe that's true. I believe that's right. I think that should be known. I think it should be exposed. If you rape people, you took women against their will, whether you forcibly did it or whether you statutory did it, you was arrested, convicted on these things, it's supposed to be known. It's supposed to be said. It's supposed to be said. It's supposed to be known. Would you want a known rapist around you and your children or your woman without knowing? Would you want that? No, you wouldn't. You would want to know. You would even want to know yourself who you socializing with. That's not to say that that brother didn't change. I don't know if he changed or not. Well, listen. Look, if you ain't gave your life to God and you don't believe in Jesus Christ, I don't think you changed. I'm just keeping it 100 because only God can change the heart of a man. Only God can change the heart of a man. So I don't believe when brothers say they changed and they did this when they ain't living for God. If you ain't living for God, I don't believe you changed. I'm sorry. That's just a fact for me. Because you need more evidence of your change. Just because you ain't been found out, just because you ain't been caught, just because ain't nothing else rised up don't mean that it's still not there. I don't believe people can change without the power of God. And it's more than just words, especially when we talking about rape. Would you believe a rapist who said, yeah, I changed, I don't do that no more? Okay, according to what? According to who? Just because that's what you said? No, we need more evidence than that. We need more evidence than that. I personally don't believe it. And I believe this destroyed the young boy career before it even began. Just keeping it real, because battle rap is built upon angling. This right here is a devastating angle. So he basically done for the most part. I'm just keeping it 100. Before it even began, is over. Now that's going be with him throughout his whole battle rap career. Now, do you want your son going through that? Do you want your son being called out for your actions and what you did? I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I watch a lot of things go on, man, and I see why as black people we in the situation that we in right now today. You got a lot of these parents who raising their kids to be disrespectful, who raise their children to not have respect for life and elders, who raise their children to have no problem with disrespecting them, so they don't have no problem with disrespecting others. And I'm keeping it real. I saw that stuff happening in them little slap videos. His mama there, his father there, they cussing and using the N-words all in front of your mama, all in front of your father, and people cheering it on like, that ain't that no such thing. Absolutely not. As a parent, some lines I will never cross with my kids, ever. Period. You will never disrespect me. You will never cuss in front of me. Well, even if you do, I'm going to check you, even though it don't happen. I'm going to check you, period. I don't play them games. I don't care how old you is. There's a level of respect that I will never cross as a parent with my children, period. I don't watch rated R movies with my children. I don't listen to cuss music with my kids. I don't watch battle rap with my kids, and they grown. And they grown. I don't play them games, period. And I don't want my kids believing they can disrespect they elderly. But when you got these parents in this their age, see, I done saw this stuff happen a lot of times, and some of y'all saw this too. How parents teach and train their children how to sin and how to be enemies of God and life. Then you wonder why these children grow up with these guns. Then you wonder why these children murdering and robbing and stealing and taking and so emotional, where they beating up these women now, shooting up these women, beating up these women, stabbing these women. Emotional as hell. Because look where they getting it from. Look where they getting it from. The parents raising these children in these ways. Terrible. Got your kids being your friends, drinking with them, smoking with them, cussing with them, clubbing with them. Get up out of here. Every last one of you parents that's about that type of stuff, bang the gavel on your damn self. Here, take it. Take it. Bang the gavel on your damn self. No. No, 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 no. That is so shameful to me when I see that. Parents, friends with their kids. Got your kids cussing all in front of you. Got them bringing their girlfriends and boyfriends over to the house, and they 12 and 13 and 14 years old, and y'all looking at that like that's cute. Teaching and training little 2, 3, 4-year-olds how to cuss because it sounds cute, because it's funny, and they look Alvin and the Chipmunk voice. I remember that. That's so funny, said. Teaching them how to throw up gang signs. Teaching them, these people, y'all terrible with these children. Terrible. But they want to boo-hoo when they behind bars. They want to boo-hoo when they get their brains blew out. They want to get a sad story of how loving and caring and they was. Like, get up out of here with this trash. You teach them how to disrespect y'all so they don't have no respect for others. People terrible, man. We terrible as a people. Think it's cute. Ain't nothing cute about that. Ain't nothing funny about that. Terrible. Now, if that man changed his life and turned his life around and tried to do things better now for his family and children, hey, more power to him. Me personally, I just don't believe people can change without God. So even if a person ain't been caught again, all it's doing is just lingering around. It'll rise up again. it will rise up again. But on the real, it ain't no excuses for you, bro. You pleaded guilty. You confessed to the crime, which means you guilty of everything in the crime that's written about you. Now, did he go to prison and do his time? Yep. Wasn't that back in those days in the 90s? Yep. Should they be used against him? Hey, it's each his own. Only thing about me is I need to know who I'm around. I wouldn't want to be around a guy who took a woman by force and raped her and I didn't know about it. And I'm saying that you my guy, you my homie, I'm riding with you. No, if I find out something about that and you ain't tell me, oh yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way about that. When I didn't had you around my woman, when I didn't had you around my kids, when I didn't had you around my family. I think anybody in their right mind would want to know that. Ain't nothing to be ashamed. Look, don't be ashamed of it now. Shouldn't have did it. Shouldn't have pleaded to it. That's the reason why they make it legal that they have to register publicly. And that's why they announce it, because those things need to be revealed. And it is shameful, and it should be shamed. Just keeping it real. I mean, taking women against their will in any type of way is wrong and out of pocket. No matter how old you are. Wrong is wrong for everybody who actually do them things. With that being said, man, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Hit the link in the description box. Subscribe to Battle Truth, man. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think.